Greetings! I beat ya! Culture fans, today we are reacting to the new episode of Samurai Jack.
Season 5.
Season 5, XCIV, episode 94.
Or episode 3. Whatever.
Yeah, fuck you.
He's right.
I was right. XCIV, fuck you. So, again, this is going to have spoilers, so right off the bat, it starts where episode 93 left off. Jack is wounded, he still has the dagger in his side, and he's floating down the riverbed bleeding. Literally, that's like 5 minutes of the episode. He is just falling down the river, bleeding, then he...
You could say he's going down the river of dreams.
I was thinking, and we'll all float on, all right.
Oh, Lost Mouse, nice. We'll all float on.
Yep.
He finds a log, lays on that, and then passes out again. He wakes back up as he passes a bridge, and a frog jumps up, and then the frog's like, "They're coming!"
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, scared the shit out of you. He freaks out and paddles for like 3 seconds, and then he passes out again due to blood loss. Goes down the river, stops, and then finds a cave. Goes into the cave, rips the knife out of his chest, and then passes out again from the pain, and again, blood loss. Hardcore. Wakes up and he hears a noise. He thinks it's the Daughters of Aku, so he draws the knife that he just pulled out, and it's actually the wolf that we saw in the previous episode that is badly wounded. Him and the wolf start healing their wounds, mending them. Wolf brings him food. They eat it together. Then after eating, they belch together. That was kind of cool. They go to bed. Jack's freezing because of the cold. And again, the wolf's not. So he falls asleep freezing, wakes up, and the wolf has wrapped himself around Jack to warm him. Their wounds are fully healed. The wolf looks at Jack and just kind of just stares him down and then runs off.
Mm-hmm.
In that point, we have a flashback to childhood Jack when his dad kills other human beings.
Kills bandits.
Kills bandits, because they're trying to kill the Emperor, and kills them. Then we flash back to Jack, who's kind of dealing with killing his first human being. I kind of went over and above that, but I just remembered that. We see how Jack is able to handle his psyche of saying, oh, we've killed dozens, hundreds of robots, but this is our first human kill. We find out how he's able to overcome that, because that is his first human kill. It's by his dad when he was a child saying, our choices in life make us who we are. So then we split to the Daughters of Aku. They bring out their sister who was killed, and they're like, oh, death is failure, leave her, we don't care. They start tracking Jack down. That's a long segment of that. They find the blood trail of Jack. They leave the river, and then they see a doe. They're like, oh, it's a creature. And then the buck comes, and they're like, oh, it's a creature of Aku. We'll surely destroy it
Because of his antlers.
because of his antlers. And then it basically Eskimo kissed the doe.
Sign of
Nose
affection.
rub. Yeah. It shows affection. They're like all confused. It's like, what is it doing? I don't know. This confuses me. Then they see the bloody handprint of Jack, follow it, and then the scene transitions into pure white, and Jack says, yo, so your choices here have led you here. I offer you a new choice. Leave with your lives, or stay and face your destiny. At that point, they're the daughters, and they're like, our destiny is your death. Then Jack fucks their shit up. Like, no joke, he just starts killing them in beautiful fashion, I may say.
He spears two within,
30 seconds of each other.
Oh, yeah.
30 seconds. He spears two
Pretty
of them.
quick, yeah.
Then they start fighting, they run around, then it transitions to they're on a tree that's over the edge of a mountaintop.
There's only 3 left at this point.
Yeah, there's 3 left at this point. Throws one off, punches the other one off, and then the last one hooks him with her sickle, chain and sickle.
Yep.
They have a little air battle, and he knocks her off, and she's saying, die, you scum, you'll never beat us, you will fall to Aku.
You'll die a terrible death.
You'll die a terrible death, and at that point, he just unhooks the chain of the sickle, drops it, and she falls. The tree trunk breaks, and Jack falls into the abyss with them, and that's the end of the episode. So on that note, let's just go down the line.
Watch out.
Watch
Here,
I hate it.
we did it my way first. Let's go the other way.
Okay, yeah. So Tyler, you start.
I'll
Okay,
do the caboose.
I have one thing to note. The girl who is the last to be
Ashi
alive
is Ashi. Yeah, I
Is
forgot to
Ashi.
mention that.
So, no, I really liked all the art style. They really emphasized the blood in this episode. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, there's one point where Jack's getting ready to walk into the cave, and the whole
Covered in
side
blood.
of his body is just bloody, and I was like, freeze frame, what a cool shot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand he's severely injured, so. But they did a really good job.
Badass motherfucker shot himself shut.
Oh, yeah, he did.
With a tree branch.
Yeah.
My guy.
Tree
Yeah.
branch and a bone. So, I really like the transitions when they'd go to full white and then they'd pass through and then you just like see white things. You could tell they were tree branches, but they wouldn't isolate the color. And I thought that was really well done with the editing on that.
Yeah.
And then I really liked it when they were fighting on the tree and then like the landscape would part ways and then you'd see, oh, we're at a mountainscape. Here's how you've transitioned because the fucking weather is terrible here. And then that last one when they transition back and it's just, oh, you're over an abyss. So that was really cool. The fighting, again, top notch, as it always is. Really like the clashing, the clanging, the battle sounds once again. Love that part about Samurai Jack.
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah, and I love the crunching of the mass when Jack is just fucking their shit up and breaking their mass and then just throws them over the edge. Notice that none of them scream on the way down, though.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that they're probably, some of them are still alive. I mean, I don't think that's the end of Ashi. I think we'll see her again.
Yeah,
I think so.
they put a lot of time into Ashi.
Yeah, so I don't think that he's just gonna be like, oh, we had this one badass fight and then I threw you off a cliff and that was it. Like, okay, there's your character development, now she's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that we'll see at least the last three daughters again, or at least Ashi again. Because we know that Jack's gonna be alive after this.
Yeah. So one of them has to survive.
Exactly. So, yeah, the wolf we now know is not a metaphor, but a real
It's a
creature.
real creature, yeah.
So that again was cool. I had suspected that
Which
much.
means those tigers are real creatures.
That is
Well, they're
terrifying.
dead as shit. Yeah, that's terrifying too.
Creature mouths.
So, with me, I thought that was better than the last episode. Like, each episode is getting progressively better and better. Again, I wish there was more, because, again, they keep doing these cliffhanger shit. I did love how, when he is injured, he hasn't fully healed himself, and the psyche of young Jack kind of has those sharp teeth and crazy form. It's his psyche of, like, oh, we've killed hundreds, thousands of robots. This is our first human kill. How do you feel about that? It's like, oh, so you have to kill them, or they're going to kill you, and that's what you want. I really like that psyche breakdown where he is really at war with himself. He's been doing this for 50 years, and he's killed thousands of beetle bots. He's killed thousands of these machine assassins, and this is his first human kill.
And Samurai Jack.
Scaramouche. I really liked how they dealt with how he healed that psyche of like, well, how's he gonna overcome this? Because this really is his first human kill. How's he ever gonna come this? And they do that flashback to where he's a kid in the carriage with his mom and dad, and he watches his dad slice a dude in half, basically.
Right in front of him.
Right in front of him, and the blood splashes on his face, and he freaks out, and his dad's cleaning him. He's like, your actions decide who you are. They chose this path, and what you do to counter that is what makes you. And that's kind of, I like how they showed that. Like, this is how he's going to deal with killing a human, and how he's going to deal with killing 6 other human beings. Is your actions led you here. My actions led me here. I'm going to give you now a choice. Leave with your lives or stay and face your destiny. And his destiny was saying, you're not going to beat me. I can beat you.
Yeah.
And they got sick of him, like, our destiny is your death. Very well. And then he fucks their
And
shit
he goes,
up.
come at me, bro.
Yeah,
And
literally, come at me, bro. The music, again, it just fit the setting. Like, from when he's floating down the river to when he's fighting the Dars of Aku, the music set the scene perfectly. I really did love the scene transitions of, okay, now we know we're in a forest, but now the snow's coming over, so it's pure white. You're not going to see any trees. You're not going to see any landscapes. It's just pure white. And then when he comes to a stop, the pure white setting disappears, and now you see they're back in the forest. And then when they start fighting, it goes back to the white. The transitions were just so well done. That really is. It's like, where are they? And then it's like, oh shit, he's on a tree above a mountaintop. Willikers, yeah. So again, it's like this is old school Samurai Jack in current form. That's just perfect. The setting, the transitions, the music. Again, the fighting choreography and the sound effects just fit the atmosphere so well. Where I was just like, this can't be it, right? We're not at 22. Ah, shit, we're at 22 minutes. That's the end of the episode. It really is just like
pulls you in and you forget.
Yeah, it pulls you in and you're just like, oh my god, I can't wait for what happened. Oh crap, that's the end of the episode.
Next week on Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's my 2 cents. Your turn.
Okay, so I'm not gonna rehash anything I said last week because that'd be, dumb.
Lame.
Oh, yeah, music sounds awesome. They were great. They're still great. I did appreciate the mental battle he's having with himself. I found that to be really, really cool. Very, very interesting. It's definitely a darker side of Jack than we've seen.
Ever.
And, ever. Like, there's a part of that side of Jack that definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You could see it. Like, you could see it in his jagged smile.
The alternate Jack.
Yeah,
not
the-
Yeah,
right,
the
yeah.
younger
Yeah.
psyche Jack.
Yeah, the psyche of Jack. Okay.
Yeah. There's a part of that part of Jack that definitely enjoyed it. But Jack understood the graveness of that, and he eventually, yes, went back through his memories and figured out a way to deal with that and to understand, I guess, the situation of it and the consequence of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I definitely like seeing the wolf. I thought it was kind of funny how it was actually real. I did not.
It was just symbolism.
Symbolism.
Again,
Yeah,
as we talked in the last episode, symbolism.
I mean, it was symbolism, but it turned out to be, real. So that was. I found that to be really, really, really cool. Fight, yeah, badass, totally badass. Jack,
Fuck their shit up.
he fucked him up. He messed him up something awful. But yeah, this was definitely a very interesting episode, and it makes me, like you said, it makes me want more. It makes me want to keep watching this, and I'm very much looking forward to next week.
Cool. Okay. The big thing that I got out of this was I tried to use the previous episodes to get to understand that the story is the story for the episode, but a lot of it is what you don't, what's not put in place there. So what I mean by that is the contrast is really what separated this episode.
Yeah.
Is that we had white, we had them being black. Okay, very, very contrasting look to it. When Jack is covered in blood, it's almost like neon blood. It's a lot of emphasis on
He's bleeding.
He's really bleeding. The big thing that I got out of this, and you guys have kind of hit all the things, so I won't go into that. But the big thing we got into this was he had his world shaken because he killed someone right here. But his words of his father were then repeated by him. So he remembers when his dad killed these bandits, and he said the same thing to the daughters of Aku. So it was like his dad understood what it meant to take a human life, and Jack kind of realized that it was hard for him to understand that until he realizes that they created their own destiny. It's like he knew what he stood for now, and that he took a stand against that, and they said that they were gonna kill him. That was their destiny. He goes, so be it was kind of so be it. So you guys hit all the right points. I just love the contrast. The percussion in a rapid staccato is great as well. I love the music, but it's going to be interesting to see they like to do symbolism in these episodes, but is his fall like a descent, or is it like a fall from grace? Is it a fall into revenge? Is it a fall? I think when he was fighting these people, when he was fighting the daughters of Aku, is that maybe he saw what revenge did to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the need to kill, and you
Yeah.
can kind of see it in his face. Obviously, his psyche was hungry for like that death and everything. But when he's fighting them, he's almost kind of looking. He's looking with intense eyes, not as like to kill, but of like a man that knows
To survive.
to survive. And I just thought that was just absolutely great. On a quick note too, I really like his heavy breathing.
Yeah.
You can see when he's like fighting, and they're almost like robots. They don't move, they don't make any noise and everything. And he's just like, and then looks again with those like heavy eyes right there. So I mean, it just I love the art style of this
Yeah.
episode. Very neat.
One thing I forgot to bring up, the deer scene.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you how the daughters of
Work.
Aku
The
were.
manipulation.
It shows you the manipulation. Not only the manipulation, it shows you the overall way in which they were brought up, and just
They don't
obviously
they don't
trained
understand.
relentlessly through their youth to kill Samurai Jack. They had no idea what deer were. And like they said, Mother said there'd be other creatures. And then they saw the deer, do the little Eskimo kiss. They had no clue what affection was. They had no clue. They couldn't
It
even
scared them.
tell. And it scared them.
Yeah.
And that was very, very eye-opening to me. When I saw that, I was just like, oh, they've had it rough.
One other thing I'll note, and then we should end this,
Yeah.
is that with the whole of them being able to kill and going through that willingness to kill, it's like they've lost themselves, which is why they have to wear the mask. Because it takes it away from them. It's like, we're not people anymore.
It's like when one of the daughters got stabbed Jack through that blade, and she just rips out of her chest, and
Yeah.
they don't even acknowledge
That
they
she-
just lost
'cause
another sibling.
She's no longer a person.
Death is failure. She
Exactly.
failed their sisters.
Until he breaks Ashi's mask, and she's just sitting there, and she's still screaming at him, "I'm going to kill you," and he's like, "Okay."
He looks
He
just
dropped
done. He drops her. Yeah.
He
So
drops her.
He's like, "This is why I'm not married."
I will make one prediction that I think is going to happen. I think Achi's going to come back, and I think Jack is going to somehow rehabilitate her, and they're going to team up against Aku.
I like that.
I
theory.
really like that.
I think
I
he's
like
going
that theory.
to.
Because they did put a lot into Ashi, like in
Yeah.
the first
Is
episode.
it Ashi or Asha?
Ashi.
Ashi.
So that's where we're gonna end it because we don't want to go into theories, but
Yeah.
we will see you next week when we react to episode 95.
Theory, it's all a dream.
Theories. Oh, fuck you.
I would be pissed.
It was all a simulation.
So on that note, we will see you next week.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.